Hi everyone, today I'm making chao or fermented bean curd the Vietnamese way. Chao is very popularly used in Vietnamese vegetarian cooking. Just like blue cheese, it smells really bad for those who don't like it. But if you can acquire the taste, it's actually really tasty. The chao that I can find at most Asian grocery store overseas are the Chinese one. And to me, they just don't taste and smell as bold. So if you want to recreate the traditional flavor of Vietnamese fermented bean curd, this video gonna show you how. Let's begin.
Helen's Recipes.
Firstly, in a small saucepan, you want to bring 3 cups of water to a boil together with about a tablespoon of salt. Then with half of a slotted spoon, gently drop the piece of tofu into the water and boil for about 3 minutes to sterilize. Then remove and place on a piece of kitchen towel. Wrap it up and place some heavy flat objects on top, like a large plate or a cutting board, to squeeze out the water inside the tofu block. You can also place it across a pair of chopsticks hanging over a plate like this and microwave for about 30 seconds. This helps remove the extra moisture in the tofu, making it easier to ferment, has a firmer texture and richer. Then cut the tofu block into about 1-inch cubes. Next, line a glass tray with a large piece of kitchen towel. Then place the tofu cubes into the tray, leaving about 1/2 inch space in between each cube. Then cover with another piece of kitchen towel and then cover everything up with cling film. Place it by the window for about 3 to 5 days until it's starting to ferment. You will see the color of the tofu turning quite off-white. And there's a thin yellowish layer coating outside each tofu cube. It's easier to ferment in the summer when the weather getting hot, like over 30 degrees Celsius. If you're living in a cold climate, you might want to put it in a warm place like in the oven, and it will take longer to ferment. Now the tofu cubes have become really soft and delicate. Gently use a pair of chopsticks to lift up and transfer to a glass jar. It's very important to use clean utensils when you're making chao, so make sure you sterilize the glass jar by putting in boiling water beforehand and let dry. My mom likes to roll the cubes over some salt pepper to make the chao more fragrant and tasty. You can do that too, or you can also roll them over some chili powder to make the chao look more colorful later. Now simply pouring the brine until it's fully covered the tofu cubes in the jar. I make the brine by boiling 300 ml water with 50 grams salt and 50 grams sugar until it's completely dissolved, and then I let it cool down completely before using. Then top with 60 ml of cooking wine, that's about a 1/4 cup. Now all what's left to do is to leave the jar at room temperature for about 20 days. Try not to move the jar or open it during this time period, because that could affect the fermentation process. Traditional Vietnamese fermented bean curd or chao is very strong and pungent. Just like durian, for those who love it, it smells really great, but for those who don't, the smell is a disaster. It's definitely an acquired taste, but you know, come on, what fermented food doesn't smell bad? When done properly, the bean curd should be soft and creamy and really rich when you have it a taste. It's pretty salty if you try it raw, but it's a really great condiment to make sauces or add to vegetarian food and non-vegetarian food alike. I hope you like it. If you give it a try, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.